Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. Continuing this misbegotten Paladin run. I am somehow at 5 and 2. I was actually previously at 1 and 2. And I'm looking forward to losing a game real quick and starting a new run. It should be a good time. I'm going to pop off my stats sheet now. Take a look at how we're doing. Yeah, this will be my third Paladin run since beginning this series. Paladin actually being a really good class. 9, then 5, and then maybe 5 again. Or 6 if I'm a little bit lucky against this mage. Tom Hanks! Oh, God, Tom Hanks! Oh, my God. It's Tom Hanks. Well, we're definitely going to mulligan. You know, I think I just have too many conditional things in this deck. Too many things like Humility, Blessing of Might. You know, like, not that those are bad cards on their own, but it's just, when you have a whole deck full of them, that can be a problem. Well, we got the Dire Wolf, so we're going to coin into a Fairy Dragon on turn 1, most likely. Hopefully there's no Leper Gnomes or anything coming in. There aren't. Fantastic. Ooh, I could even play the Berserker. Yeah, it's even better. It's even better, because now if she plays a 2-3, I can drop Mr. Wolfie McWolferson, kill the 2-3, get enraged, and then she has to spend her third turn pinging back the Berserker just to be even. Of course, if she Frostbolts it, I might regret not having played a Fairy Dragon, but such is life. Okay, well, she has a 3-2, which is annoying, because it means I'm going to lose that, or kill that, instead of getting my Berserker to go. But that's fine. We'll play the Fairy Dragon this turn, and we're ready for a Wolf Rider next turn for removal, or the Wolfie McWolferson. I don't know why Direwolf Alpha is called Wolfie McWolferson, but there it is. That might come down, we'll see. She actually is going to play an Owl, which is actually really irritating. Really irritating, because the Owl also kills the Fairy Dragon. So the Berserker would have been good against the Owl, but the Fairy Dragon's not good against it. I don't want a Hammer of Wrath. Alright, we're going to play the Wolf Rider. So I go up a card, killing off her Mirror Image. Now she can go up a card, killing the Wolf Rider, but that's kind of a win for me anyway, because she's spending half her mana on turn 4 doing that instead of playing a real card, so that's why I'm okay with it. She's going to do it. Now it's 5 cards to 5. We're exactly even. I'm about to draw my 6th. She's going to Frostbolt the Silenced Fairy Dragon. Wow, it's not often you see a Fairy Dragon get Frostbolted, but there it is. First time for everything, I guess. The Owl was ridiculously good there. Alright, we're going to play Sen'jin. That was a good top deck. Now I'm ready to go up a card, or threatening to, by killing the Owl with the Sen'jin. I could also threaten to kill something with Hammer, just kill something with Hammer of Wrath, which would go up a card. That is, of course, provided she gives me a good target for it, which she hasn't yet. And that is not a great target, unfortunately. She's going to throw the Owl away. She really shouldn't. She should just ping this if she has something better to do and let it alone. And it looks like indeed she will do that. Nope, that was a mistake. I don't think you should throw creatures away if they're not going to die because of healing cards. Alright, so I can play Sludge Belcher or I can play the Wolf. Well, playing the Wolf would let me actually kill the Dalaran Mage this turn, so I am going to do that. Even though it means I'm not playing a really good card. I think it's worth it for the extra board presence and getting away spell damage. Now I'm winning, not like that I'm necessarily going to win the game. I still have not dealt any damage to her. There's still mass removal potential on her end, but I am winning just by cards and board presence. She can, of course, with her overpowered hero ability, kill off my Sen'jin, but I still have Mr. Wolferson over here, and a Recruit who lived, because she had better things to do than kill it. Alright, the Mana Worm, not that big of a deal here. I am, in fact, tempted to just ignore it and play the Wind Fury Harpy, because, I mean, now is the time to play a card like Wind Fury Harpy. Yeah, I'm going to play the Harpy. Now, am I going to kill off the Mana Worm? I think so. So now she can ping the Wolf to death, but then that would only leave her 5 mana to deal with this Harpy. She has to have a Polymorph or a Fireball. If she uses Polymorph, then it's clear from my Sludge Belcher. Yep. So I'd rather have the Harpy get cleared than the Sludge Belcher, which tells you something about how good the Sludge Belcher is. That I'd rather lose a 6 mana card than it. Granted, a mediocre 6 mana card, but still. Okay, so I could actually play the Grizzly and the Sen'jin, or the Sludge Belcher and a Recruit. Let's go for the Sludge Belcher and the Recruit, because the Recruit will live. She has to kill the sheep. And every time you use the Recruit as a Paladin, you're essentially going up a card, because you're getting an extra card onto the board. Still 7 cards to 4. My cards, I mean, they're okay, but if she drops anything big, I might have a tough time with it. This is actually really annoying, unfortunately. Because Hammer of Wrath and Blessing of Might only deal 3 damage, plus with the 1/1 I can only deal 4 damage, but the Raid Leader makes it 5. Do I use Blessing of Might or the Hammer is the question. Let's see. I'm gonna use the Blessing of Might, just to get rid of it. It's the more difficult card to use. Well, that was almost really stupid. It's the more difficult card to use up. The sheep was gonna die anyway. And then we play another thing. Okay, so now I'm surviving Flame Strike. Granted, Flame Strike plus Ping will kill this engine, leave this at 1 health. She'll have 3 cards to my 3, but I've got card advantage. Hopefully, if she ever gives me a target for this, that'd be nice. It's a secret. Well, that's okay. I'm really not afraid of any secrets right now. Yeah, I can't think of any secret I'd be afraid of. I guess Counterspell or Spellbender would be annoying. Alright, let's see if it's Counterspell or Spellbender. It's neither. We'll use the Sludge Belcher to kill it off. See if that's a duplicate. It's not a duplicate. We'll check this for Mirror Entity. It is a Mirror Entity, okay. So we'll kill the bear. Swing. And now, well, Flame Strike would be annoying. There's no doubt about that. She'd be down to 2 cards versus my 2/3. This is a Cycler, though. And I'd have the Sludge from the Sludge Belcher. Alright, no Flame Strike though, just a 4/3 unimpressive. Torn Warrior, also unimpressive. I'm just going to ping off my guy. All these things are unimpressive. Is Consecration worth it here? I don't think so. We're just going to hammer. Hammer, jammer, ding dong, the Twilight Drake. Blessing of Kings is good. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and use it on the... Actually, let's do it on the Raid Leader. It's behind taunts, and I would like it to live because it buffs my attacks, buffs the attacks of all my creatures. Might as well. So she's really screwed. A Flame Strike would actually not even kill the Raid Leader. I'd be hitting her for 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I won this game. Wow, I cannot believe this deck made it to 6 wins. That seems really bizarre. She's actually going to polymorph it, but it doesn't matter because I have plenty of other damage to kill her with. Slammer, jammer, ding dong. You heard it here first, folks. Acidic Swamp Ooze doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to be a little bit bad-mannered, I guess. Play some extra cards that I don't strictly need to play. And I should have killed her with the sheep. That was a mistake. I mean, not a mistake, per se. Actually, was it mathematically possible? Yes, if I hadn't used the Blue Glow Warrior, I think I could have killed her with the sheep. Yeah. Always got to kill a mage with their own sheep if you can. Well, anyway, that was a good game. Now I'm probably going to lose and be annoyed having 2 6-win runs in a row. But whereas the Warrior run before this, I really thought I would and should make it to 7. This deck, I was at 1 and 2, and I didn't like how it was playing at all. So I'm kind of delighted that I made it this far. If I actually make it to 7, I'm just going to feel really weird because this deck is definitely worse than the Warrior deck I just played, or at least I think it is. I don't know. It's always possible that a worse deck will do better than a better deck just because of random factors, of course. Just having a better deck does not always guarantee you'll do better. But it still feels weird. Anyway, that's to come. I'd have to actually win a game. And it's another mage! Oh my god. So the reason I hate playing against mages as a paladin particularly is that the recruits can always be killed. You can't even protect them with a taunt like you can against a rogue or a druid. And then that just sort of nullifies your hero ability, and that sucks. Mages in general are also good at killing minions, and paladins in particular rely on having minions on the table to do well. So it's just annoying, that's what I'm trying to say, that I'm playing mages as a paladin. I would have loved to play mages as my warrior. Not loved, but I would have been much happier about that than playing mages as a paladin. But of course, as a warrior, I played against nothing but paladins, which is the most annoying thing. Anyway, Fairy Dragon's one of the best answers in the game to Mana Worm because the opponent cannot ping it. So if she doesn't have a spell to buff the Mana Worm with, she can't kill the dragon. Now, she is the second player. She's got the coin. She could play that. That will buff the Mana Worm, but there may or may not be anything good for her to do with the coin. Is she actually going to play a Mirror Image? No, she has an Abusive Sergeant, which doesn't really matter. So she just basically wasted the coin to kill my Fairy Dragon. Oh! That's how we're going to do it, huh? That's how we're going to do it. She's going to leave it alone. Well, I'm going to play it safe here. We're going to drop the Bluegill Warrior, kill that. And now I'm actually going to kill the Berserker. Much as I hate to do this, if I don't kill the Berserker, I play the Senjin next turn. She can ping the Berserker, turn it into a 5/2, and then kill my Senjin, which sucks. She had nothing better to do on turn 3 than to ping my face, which is incredibly good news. That is just really fortunate. And she's down her coin, so I now have the first player starting advantage. I'm playing a Senjin, so now not a good place for her to be. She would pretty much need to use a Fireball or Polymorph on the Senjin to get board control. And she's going to drop a Fireball on it, which I can't blame her. It's important for board presence. I'm at 20 health here. That does kind of suck. Mana Worm's being very irritating. I'm going to play the Blade Master. Now, the reason for the Blade Master over the Cobra is simply that I don't want to lose the Cobra to this Mana Worm. I'd rather drop the Cobra later. Not going to play the Cobra for a while, though. I'll be playing the Archmage first. I might get burned out here. I don't have that much... what's his face? Life gain in this deck. Yeah, she's just going straight for my face, and unfortunately I don't have any of my taunt. Senjin got fireballed. Man, this Mana Worm just ruined my life. Ah, crap. I can't even kill any of her creatures. This is just the worst thing. So I can kill the Mirror Image. Alright, well, I knew I was going to probably lose, but losing this game, this was just like the dumbest way to lose. She got lucky with that Mana Worm in the beginning. I didn't have removal for it. Didn't get Consecration. I mean, Equality Consecration would have actually just killed everything, but now I'm going to drop to 6 health, and then I just die. There's really nothing much I can do about it. She made the wrong call going for the race, but still sucks to lose the game this way. Okay. So Equality, is that really any good? Equalizing my Archmage? I mean, can I even clear her board is the question. I guess I can clear her board, so I should. So we'll hit that, hit that. Hit that.
Let me think.
This sucks. Sucks a lot.
I've got a huge card.
It's just the worst thing. With 6 health, I'm still like dead as soon as she finds a fireball. Even if she doesn't, she's gonna ping me with fire blasts. I'm sure she's got frost bolts in here and other sorts of damage. No, she's not pinging my face, she's killing my creature. That's a good news. Man, not getting any of my removal or taunt at the right time, and against her draw was very annoying. I actually could have won this game, hilariously. Okay, we're gonna Blessing Kings this guy. I have to kill everything she plays. No choice about that. Some minions down. She's got too many cards. If she had 0 cards, I'd actually have a chance in hell of winning. But with 4 cards, there's just no way I can kill everything she plays, stay ahead, and get damage through. Flame Strike. Well, that's one way to do it. So she's 3 cards to 2, and I'm at 6 health. Blessing of Might is unhelpful. I'm going to play it, because there's no reason not to. Ah, I knew I was going to probably lose, because this deck's not that great, but still, the way I lost this game was so stupid. I could have easily won if she hadn't had Fireball for my Senjin, or if she hadn't had the Mana Worm, or if I'd gotten Consecration. God damn it. Another Mana Worm, and Polymorph. Yeah, she's just going to finish me off. She sees that I'm out of cards. Divine Favor would have actually been good. That was a mistake. I saw Divine Favor. I saw that in my spike at 3 and 4 mana. I thought, well, Divine Favor is not going to be any good in this deck. And I was wrong. Divine Favor would have been good a couple of times. I don't know if I would have drawn whatever rare it was that I took. Or I don't know if the Divine Favor, what rare the Divine Favor came alongside. Maybe it was alongside Blade Master, then I would have had the Divine Favor, but if the Divine Favor was along with Sludge Belcher, obviously I'd rather have the Sludge Belcher. So it's another 6-win run. I am now 4 arenas in a row that were failures. 4, 4, 6, 6. At least it's improving. And at least this one gave me a pretty good prize, 130. Oh, almost up to 10,000. Not that it matters. We're going back in it right away. And we get Mage, Priest, or Paladin. I actually have to play Mage. I've only played Mage one time. The one time I did play Mage was a 12-win run, so it's always kind of hard to follow up on that. But here we go. Can't just ignore it forever. So these unstable ghouls, very double-edged, sometimes cause problems, but they're sometimes really great. And I'm not that fan of either of those cards. They're certainly fine, but they're not that great. I'm going to take the Defender of Argus because I'm sick of losing to not having Taunt. I feel like I say that every time. These are decent 5-drops for sure, but card draw I think is rarer than a good 5-drop, so I'll take the Arcane Intellect. Fireball's a no-brainer. Water Elemental's a no-brainer, though of course you could argue taking one of these, especially Leper Gnome, to go for more of a burn deck. I'm going to take the Elemental because it's broken as fuck. Alright, we're going to take Kirin Tor Mage as a decent 3-drop, hopefully get a secret or two. The only playable card here is the Gorbashi, so that kind of sucks. Duplicate I will take, especially the other because the other card's a total junk. I'll take this Protector over the Vaporize. And here's a tough moment. I mean, Mirror Entity can be... These are all great cards. These are all great cards. Mirror Entity can be really good. But okay, so the Farseer is good for healing in a 3-3, but I think it has to take the backseat to Mirror Entity or the Ogre. I'll take the Mirror Entity, but I may regret not having the Ogre. Hard to say. Alright, so how valuable is silence? Valuable enough that I would pass it over this burn? I think so. I think I'm going to make sure I get a silence in this deck. Alright, this is junk, so I have to take a second Arcane Intellect. Which is a little bit worrying because I don't really want to take any more. Frost Nova, I'll take some healing here. Get a little bit more beef. Undertaker. Well, I only have one card that goes with it, but these two are just junk, and I don't like. I still don't like the Mad Bomber. Sorry, everyone. It's just not that great. We'll keep an eye out for death rattle effects as we go. Ah, this is an interesting pick. I think another Fireball is going to do just fine here for some more burn potential. Ah, single target removal or the Flame Strike. Well, I'm going to take Flame Strike. I think that's more important. Spellbender can be really nifty, but I'm going to grab a Pyroblast. This with 2 Fireballs, Pyroblast, and a Frostbolt. Looks like I might be able to pull off some burn. Going to take the Creeper over the Ooze. While the Ooze is perhaps better, the Creeper helps my Undertaker do better. Second Water Elemental, no problem. And Zombie Chow is nice to go with the Undertaker as well, plus it gives me early game in and of itself. Take the Cone of Cold over the Mediocre Taunter. And this is an interesting moment. So I could take the Dancing Swords for some early game pressure and beefing up my Undertaker, but Spectral Knight is, I think, the best card here. However, I've got 5 cards that are 5 and up, so I think we'll just take the Dancing Swords. Take this for some burn potential and removal. Frostbolt, of course, over the Taunter, I think is a good call. And the Leper Gnome is a death rattle, so it helps the Undertaker and also increases my chances for early draws. Now, the Nightblade I'm actually tempted by. These are all mediocre cards. The Dragonlane mechanic is probably the best, technically, but it's just not that exciting. The Nightblade gives me some more burn potential. This is just a stupid monkey. I'm going to take the Nightblade, although I'm not that jazzed about it. I think it was just the best of the worst cards there. And here I'll take Sludge Belcher for more protection and an extra Death Rattle card. So I ended up with 7 cards that are 5 or higher. Most of them, though, are just 5. There aren't any 6s here. Definitely glad I passed on that Boulder Fist Ogre. This deck has a lot of combos that are really good early on. So I have to get lucky to get them, but, you know, as the old saying goes, good players get lucky more often because they give themselves more chances to get lucky, and I've actually given myself a decent number of chances to get lucky. I've got the Undertaker combos with Zombie Chow and Spiders. I've got Kirin Tor Mage with Mirror Entity as an amazing turn 3 play, or turn 2 with the coin. That's another possibility. And I've just got decent card quality overall. There was a few mediocre picks. I mean, obviously Nightblade, you're never going to be that excited about. But all in all, I think this deck is actually good. Not maybe 12 wins good, but this is certainly good enough, I think, to break past my streak of not making it to 7. So we'll see. Paladins have a difficult time against this early Zombie Chow because it mops up recruits, and they don't really have any way to just kill it if they don't have creatures on the board already. Alright, here comes the coin. Am I going to get to trade Zombie Chow for the coined creature? The answer is yes. I'm actually going to get to kill the Knife Juggler with it. Wow, I just wish I had something to play on turn 2, and I don't. Damn. It's important to Zombie Chow first, then ping, so that you don't end up wasting the ping damage. Ah, God, if only I had been able to play a card. That would have been really, really good. Well, can't complain here too much. I do have Dancing Swords falling up. I could go for the risky Mirror Entity play, but I think I'd rather get the guaranteed creature down. He's already used his coin, so there's no True Silver Champion. True Silver Champion, of course, is a really good answer to this, as is Hammer of Wrath plus a Recruit. The Recruit is going to get to deal damage to this most likely, unless I get a really good use of Cone of Cold next turn, which I doubt. Secret. Interesting. And a Recruit.
Reporting for duty.
So I can ping a Recruit, or I can just play a Secret. Alright, so I could play Mirror Entity here, but I think I'd rather get this thing down to give it taunt. I have a feeling this is going to be Avenge. Actually not Avenge, wow. It's not Avenge, and it's not Redemption, and it's not Noble Sacrifice. This is either Eye for an Eye or it's Repentance. Well, let's check then for Repentance. Huh. It's actually Eye for an Eye. Wow, that's remarkable. Like I said earlier, I've been seeing people playing a lot more secrets in general after the Naxrammas introduced some new secrets to the game, but Eye for an Eye I still think is not justified. Alright, True Silver Champion against Dancing Swords is exactly what I was afraid of, because he keeps a weapon around and gets to draw a card off the Dancing Swords. And now, at least I've gone up a card thanks to him using Eye for an Eye. So we're gonna play Mirror Entity. Ping his face to take only 1 damage. So Eye for an Eye was a 1-mana deal 1 damage. That's good. But the True Silver Champion's keeping him in the game. I mean, look, he's actually got 7 cards to my 5, including the secret, soon to be 6. Assuming the weapon kills my creature, which it should. So he's actually doing okay, even with having played Eye for an Eye. So I'd say the opening has gone to him. Alright, Grizzly will die to the Frostbolt. Rather, Grizzly will die to the True Silver Champion. So he did a pretty good job fishing that out. I got a 3/3 taunt with my 3-mana spell. And what's he gonna do else? Play another secret. Okay. Oh, I'd love to play this Drake, but I can't, because then I cannot kill off this Grizzly, and I think it's important to kill the Grizzly. So I'll use a Frostbolt to kill it. See if it's a Redemption. It's not. See if it's Noble Sacrifice or Eye for an Eye. It's not. Okay. So it's not Redemption, it's not Eye for an Eye, it's not Noble Sacrifice. It could be either Revenge or Repentance. Now, strictly out of context, it's more likely to be Avenge, because Avenge is the better secret.
Get behind
But you never know with people. People sometimes play dumb cards. Wish I had another Frostbolt. I don't. Oh my god, I actually top decked another Frostbolt. Are you kidding me, Jesus? That is. Well, I don't know why I said Jesus. That's actually a really good thing. I will actually Frostbolt this. That's amazing. So I catch a break. I always whine that I never catch any breaks, but there we go. I got a break. Now I got Duplicate, which might give me 2 more Azure Drakes. That's certainly not something I would mind. Now I'm winning. Now I'd say I'm definitely winning. He had me for a little bit there, but then just sort of slipped. He's got 6 cards to my 6, including the secret. I'm about to draw 7th. And I've got the board advantage. Plus Duplicate is going to bring back one of these creatures as soon as he kills it. There's really no way to get around Duplicate. Other than killing a bad minion that your opponent played, there's no way to get around it. I don't know why he silenced. This is a newbie. I don't know why he silenced this. There's no reason to silence this. That makes no sense at all. Wow. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and gear up for Pyroblast here. We're going to Cone of Cold, freeze his team, which actually kills off the Cleric. I'm going to drop this. And swing. And he's now dead to Pyroblast in 2 turns. If I don't kill him sooner than that, which I actually very well may, given how things are looking now. Utterly bizarre that he silenced... Oh, wait a minute! I'm sorry! That's bad commentary. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Marimuth made absolutely the correct play there. This is not a newbie. He made the right call. Silencing this was the right move, because if he had silenced my Drake, it would have gotten its health back from the Repentance. Right. So he had to silence this thing to avoid silencing my Drake, though. He's not a noob. This is not a noob. He's just someone who's unlucky or something to be losing this badly to me. He made the right play. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to ping that and ignore all of his stuff. Because I have Pyroblast. Craps and giggles, we're just going to play a bunch of things. He's got another Repentance, hilarious. Okay, well, that's a pretty good quote-unquote combo with your opponent's Unstable Ghoul. Once he kills this, my Darkscale Healer will die, but it doesn't matter. He only can survive through life gain. And even if he has life gain, I've got pings to keep on whittling him down. And even if he has more life gain, I got Duplicate, which will bring back one of my creatures twice. Probably I shouldn't have played the Unstable Ghoul, because I don't really want that to get duplicated. I'd much rather have something else get duplicated. Anyway, that was a pretty damn good game. Alright, well, I thought the deck was pretty good, and that first game certainly encourages me in thinking so. I'm excited to play the next one. Especially because I've got a daily quest for 60 gold. It would be nice to at least get to 5. Another mage. Well, the mages are out in full force today. A few days ago I commented there didn't seem to be as many mages anymore. But no, there they are. Nothing but mages for the last few runs. Here, I'm just going to mulligan this Mirror Entity. I've got enough things that I want to pass that back. There is a risk now that I get the Kirin Tor Mage and regret it. But there is the advantage that I might get some kind of an early game combo. And I've got the Undertaker. Now, I don't have any Death Rattle. I have an ability and a Battle Cry, but there's a Death Rattle. Okay, well, this is easy then. Coin into Zombie Chow. Now, you might say, Papa Boris, why don't you just play the Knife Juggler and then coin the Zombie Chow the following turn to get a Knife Fling? That's a pretty decent idea, but I like to have this on the table. In case she has a play, I can throw the Zombie Chow at it, keep the Undertaker alive. Whereas if I just played the Undertaker and she played another thing, I might have had to give the Undertaker up. Okay, this looks good. So I could play the Knife Juggler, or I could ping. I'm going to play the Knife Juggler. Attack with Zombie Chow, so if she kills this, you know, the Death Rattle's negative effect is minimized. Turn 3, looking a little awkward, unless I have a good use for the Owl. But if she does ping the Zombie Chow, she won't be doing anything on her turn 3, so passing turn 3, while certainly would be great to add to the board and press my advantage, it also wouldn't be the end of the world to miss this turn.
I wonder.
Stupid monkey. I could silence it, but that seems pretty pointless. I could throw these two creatures at it, throw the Zombie Chow away. I could throw the Knife Juggler at it and ping, preserve the Zombie Chow, then she could ping the Knife Juggler. Now let's preserve the Knife Juggler. I got a good feeling about this. We're going to throw that down, throw that down. Sucks that I have nothing else to do except ping her face. Like a Dancing Swords there would have just been amazing. But still, got the Defender of Argus coming down to buff these things up. And maybe Cone of Cold, but that seems unlikely. I don't want to see Ascension here. This is alright. So, what I can do now is I can play the Defender of Argus. If the Knife Juggler hits the Silver Moon Guardian, that's perfect. I can then kill it. If it misses the Silver Moon Guardian, that actually really sucks. Alright, I'm not going to take that chance. I'm just going to silence this. Hopefully the Knife Juggler hits it. It does. We'll throw the Undertaker at it. Ping and swing. Could have kept the Undertaker around and then gambled on Sludge Belcher buffing it up, but I figure the Knife Juggler is more valuable than the Undertaker. Oh, I really wish I had something to play on turn 3. That would have made a big difference. Spectral Knight's a pretty good card. Luckily for me, Sludge Belcher is a pretty good defense against it. She has a Polymorph, of course. But remember, my deck has pretty good burn potential, and she's down to 16 health. So if she doesn't clear me out here, I drop Defender, hit her in the face, and we're ready to start fireballing her face as soon as those fireballs come. Okay. Does she have a Polymorph for the Sludge Belcher or a Spellbreaker? That's what she needs. Because by pinging the Owl, she forfeited the chance to Spectral Knight into the Sludge Belcher and ping it to death. If I can hit her for 6 damage, that's really good. I've also got Cone of Cold here to delay her minions while I keep blasting her, if I wish to do so. I'd say I've got the advantage here. Alright, this is a pretty good answer to Cone of Cold because it'll draw her an extra card. But I'm going to do this anyway. We're going for it here. She's now... Do I want to play this? That might hit the Acolyte and give her an extra card. She's now down to 10, down to 7, down to 6. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going for broke here. And I do, of course, give her the extra card. So if she has a Flame Strike here, Sludge Belcher will die because the Ghoul will finish it off. But I will get the 1-2 thingamaboob. And then I have Defender of Argus, swing for 2. Down to 8. Down to 5. She got the full complement of cards off the Acolyte. Alright, well, we're going for it. All I need to do now is draw a Fireball before she draws any healing, and I'm good to go. Haunted Creeper is nice. Okay. So I elected not to ping her in the face to play the spiders, but I think it's worth it. Because if the spiders die, if the spider dies because she plays more mass removal, 2 more pop out, and then I have a good target for Defender of Argus. And this is hard to kill. Every point of damage matters now, because I've got 3 damage in my back pocket, 2 fireballs and 2 arcane intellects in here, and a pyroblast. I've got a lot of stuff, and I'm at full health, so I've got plenty of time to find my burn. She really needs to have a lot of life gain. Alright, Mirror Image is a good card for her. I do have a Flame Strike in here as well, which would be excellent right now. Flame Strike would be super. Oh my god, super. It would win me the game. If I don't get Flame Strike or the Fireball that I need to win, then I actually could lose. Because now she's got a lot of power on the board, including a Questing Adventure. She could burn me down very, very quickly. And she plays a Secret, which could be Ice Armor, which would be very, very bad. Oh man. Alright, well this is good. Fireball. I mean, I had 2 of them. Wait, I'm going to check the Frostbolt first in case it is Counterspell. Not Counterspell. Hopefully it's not Ice Block. That would be hilarious. Thankfully it's not Ice Block either. So I could have played Fireball first, then if it had been Ice Block I would have been better off. The thing is that, actually I should have pinged her down to 5 before fireballing her, just in case it was Ice Block. But the thing is, I gambled against it being Ice Block because that is the much rarer secret than Counterspell. Not only is Counterspell a rare, whereas Ice Block is an epic, but Counterspell is, I think, generally a better secret in Arena than Ice Block is, so people are more likely to take it on qualitative grounds. That game was actually pretty close. She was going to kill me in about 2 turns if I didn't find either Flame Strike to clear her board or Fireball to kill her face. That's a pretty good continuation of Questing Adventure, Mirror Image for protection, and then some creatures. Pogo the Druid is our next up. Alright, we got quite the curve here. Now, ordinarily I wouldn't keep Dancing Swords in this hand, increasing my odds of getting a Duplicate or Mirror Image to combo with the Kirin Tor Mage, but the Dancing Swords does beef up the Undertaker. So, depending on how things go, if he passes on turn 1 and I play Undertaker on turn 1, I might coin into Dancing Swords on turn 2. I'd rather, of course, just get Zombie Chow, but can't have everything you always want. Alright, this is actually nice. Now I can play the Creeper on turn 2, which has a Death Rattle, which beefs this up, which means I don't have to play the coin. Well, exactly what I did not want him to have is a 2-3. Because I can't deal with that. So what I'm going to do here is play the Creeper so that at least this Undertaker doesn't die outright. And then swing by. Now he can kill my Undertaker, but he'd have to use Shapeshift to do it. And then he'd be left with a 5-1, which I could kill off with the Spider. Morgan, man, he just keeps having pretty good answers to my stuff. Ah, he chooses not to kill anything. Well, that is a mistake. Because by not killing this, or actually no, after he played the Raging Worgen, I guess he didn't really have the ability to kill this thing. But anyway, now I get to kill the Raging Worgen. Living to tell about it. And I pass the turn. So this Undertaker worked out really well. As you can see, I gave myself chances to get lucky by ever so slightly drafting these Death Rattle cards over other cards. And it paid off. Alright, so this was a mistake. Stone cold mistake. You should have hit the Spider first. Let my spiders pop out, and the swipe would have killed him. I should not have these 2 spiders right now. I Stone Cold should not have them. He realizes he made a mistake. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and throw 1 spider away. And then I could coin into the Kirin Tor Mage, but I'll just play Knife Juggler. Really, I should not have had those spiders. If I hadn't had the spiders, I would have had to use Frostbolt to kill his Berserker. This way, I both got to not have to use Frostbolt and keep a spider, so it's pretty good. That's the kind of mistake that could decide the game. Alright, that's exactly what I didn't want to see. And now there's a risk that this thing is what he will kill to trigger my Duplicate. I could Frostbolt that thing. Alright, let's try this. I don't know if this is gonna work. But we'll throw that away. And, ping. And pass. So we'll see. I might get lucky next turn if I play a minion. I could even play 2 minions with the coin. One of my knife flings might kill off this druid.
Are you ready for this?
Archmage against a druid is scary because it makes swipe insanely good. Alright, well, let's see how lucky I get. So we're going to play the Kirin Mage. Nope. It gives me a free duplicate. Coin into knife. 1 in 3 chance now. Nope. Kill it off. Hit him in the face. Haven't really dealt enough damage to him to feel that great about burning him out. But we are a third of the way through the deck. I've still got 2 fireballs and a pyroblast in here, so I might still be able to burn him out. Just depends on how good he is at removal. And the answer is he's pretty good at taunt. A fireball, I would actually use it against this druid at this point. Okay, the Azure Drake is a very good top deck. It gives me a card. And it also gives me a kill for... Well, I could either kill the Archmage with it, or I could freeze this guy. And kill him with the Stormwind Knight next turn. But what do I really achieve? I mean, the Archmage can then run into these things. Yeah, I might as well just kill the Archmage. Stop the spell damage shenanigans and pass the turn. So the Druid of the Claw now kills the Azure Drake, goes down to 2 health. As long as he doesn't buff it, which is always possible, of course. I can play the Stormwind Knight, finish it off, hit him for 4. He's down to 16 health. Down to 14 health, barring further taunts. It's going to be close. I might not be able to burn this guy out. Or at least get him down to 10. Is he going to heal up or draw cards? He draws cards, which is a little bit of a risk. A little bit of a risk. Flame Strike would again be pretty good. He actually hits me in the face, which doesn't make any sense. I think he messed up there. Can I actually risk this? He's got 9, 11 damage. If I don't kill that thing, I am actually in a little bit of trouble. Hang on, let's think. I can silence this, hit him for 8 down to 12. Down to 10, down to 9. I don't quite have lethal. Okay, so let's just go ahead and not be too crazy. We're going to kill that, like so. We're going to kill that, like so. Hit him in the face. That's the turn. So that was the most conservative play. I guess I could have raced him down to 9 health, but I just don't feel like I have good odds of being able to finish him off then. Granted, now I'm at the mercy of him not being able to kill a 4/4. Man, can I please get Flame Strike for once in my life? Oh my god, that would be so good. It'd really make a difference here if I can get Flame Strike. Please? Pretty please? Nope. Okay. So what we have to do here is a little bit unfortunate. I need to kill off that, and I have a difficult decision to make, whether I kill Hogger or not. Alright, we're gonna go for it. This is a scary decision to let Hogger live. But I think it's justified because this takes him down to the point where Pyroblast would kill him. I still win if I get Flame Strike because that'll kill everything. And Fireball doesn't quite kill him, but it comes close. With Leper Gnome, he's at 8 health. Shapeshift, he's up to 9. Fireball down to 3. Does he actually have another swipe? He actually does. Crap. Well. See if we can get Pyroblast or Flame Strike. Either one would be terrific. Pyroblast or Flame Strike. 1 in 8 odds of getting what I need. Zombie Chow. You've got to be kidding me. Of all the fucking cards, I got Zombie Chow. Alright, we're going to go ahead and ping the Hogger, I guess. Zombie Chow's not playable because it means that Pyroblast wouldn't win me the game anymore. Really, of all the cards, this is the one I get. Perhaps I should have just raced him. Or perhaps I could have gotten Flame Strike for once in my goddamn life. Well, it's a tough game. I might have misplayed it, but I certainly got pretty unlucky in addition to misplaying, if I did in fact play incorrectly. Both not getting Flame Strike and not getting Pyroblast in the top half of my deck, or any Arcane Intellects to help me draw into one of those two. It really sucks. If I get Arcane Intellect, I at least can draw 2 more cards, and if one of those is Flame Strike, then I would have the ability to play it and still kill off everything except for this Crusader. Alright, is he going for my face? Can he kill me? 6, 8, 10, 13? Oh, he actually can just kill me. That's smart. He saw that he had the kill, which prevented me from having one more chance to top deck for a Flame Strike or Pyroblast. He kills me exactly. Damn. Ah, damn, that sucks. That is so annoying. Alright, well, I still like this deck. I still think that this deck has a really good chance of going all the way to the distance. Just had a little bit of a setback there. We'll do a little bit of a longer video, I guess, and do one more game. It's not quite 45 minutes yet, but after this we'll be above 45 minutes. So that one turn, I guess I could have raced him. I could have silenced his druid, thrown everything at the face, dealt an extra 8 damage to him, or an extra 4 damage to him. I just hoped for the best. But the best didn't happen, because I got neither Flame Strike nor Pyroblast. Nor, for that matter, a second Fireball. Or did I get a second Fireball? No, I didn't. I used the one Fireball I had. Hat Junior the Rogue. Alright, well, Rogue is not a bad opponent to see.
You asked for it.
She will damage herself at some point, probably, killing my minions, which is good, because this deck does have a bit of a burn emphasis. Zombie Chow is perhaps an anti-synergistic card to be playing in a burn deck, but at least it came up on turn 1 this time instead of when I needed a Pyroblast. Is she going to do Defias Ringleader? Just so happens Zombie Chow as a mage is a pretty good answer to Defias Ringleader, because you can kill the main bandit and then ping off the other one. Oh, nope, she doesn't have Defias Ringleader, just an Ooze. Okay, sure. There's Arcane Intellect. We'll kill the Ooze, suffering no drawback. And I'll play the Creeper to make it so that if she has any removal, it's sort of sitting in her hand pretty stupid. Lee. This is a dangerous card to play with the Creeper because if she kills the spider, then she can kill the unstable ghoul, and then, of course, the spiders will die. But still, I think it's better to play this than it is to just draw 2 cards. So we'll save the Arcane Intellect for later when I'm desperately begging for Flame Strike or Pyroblast, if I get that far. So this is a pretty good opening. I can play this and maybe kill something if I need to. Or I can play the Elemental, which is broken against anyone, but especially against rogues.
Yeah, beat it.
Okay. I think here, I'm not even going to play... I mean, the Stormwind Knight I could play to kill something, but I'm just going to play the Elemental. And the reason for that is quite simply that I can just damage all of her stuff down to 1 health. And once she kills this ghoul, which she has to because it has taunt, everything of hers dies, which is pretty solid. Now, she has ways around it. She could silence this, or she could play Defender of Argus and buff the health of some of these guys, but pretty narrow what she has that could help her. Of course, these spiders will die when the ghoul pops, but this isn't too bad because when these spiders pop before, or sorry, when the ghoul dies before the spider is dead, at least you get to keep a spider. Oh, there's Pyroblast, a game late, no problem. Alright, I think it's worth it to play this thing. So what I will do is I will freeze my opponent, heal up, and I'll trade my spider for the pig. Even though I am doing a little bit of a burn thing, and I got Pyroblast ready to go, I still think it makes sense to kill the pig versus just flanking her for an extra damage. Alright, so this guy makes me wish I had Flame Strike again. That's why I drafted that card, was so I could play it. Okay. This is pretty nice, though. What we can do here is play the Stormwind Knight, give taunt to these guys, and think. I can go for 7, 9 damage down to 16. She thinks she's going to do something bad to me. I could kill all of her minions, play it safe, or I could leave her minions alive. You know, I'm going to go ahead and play it safe here. And the reason for that is that she can maybe clear my board or mind control attack or something. But I have Intellect to get cards back and Pyroblast for the burn later. So might as well just play it safe and see what I can do. She said sorry about that in the last turn, but I think that was just trolling because there's really... she didn't do anything that bad to me. Let's see what cards we get before we try anything else. Okay, well, let's play the Mirror Entity. The Undertaker.
Out, you're dead.
Throw some creatures away at the Senjin. Kill the Knife Juggler. Now, she's either got to kill the Undertaker, in which case I get 2 of them, so if I get even 1 minion with Death Rattle, I can drop these both back down and they both become 2/3s. Or she kills the Elemental, but then I get 2 of them back. Oh no, that's I don't have Duplicate, never mind, I have Mirror Entity. Hilarious. Okay, so anyway, this Elemental unfortunately will not be coming back. Too bad. It's possible I've been too conservative. Let's see. Fireball her face. Down to 16, 13, 14. Yeah, it's too risky. Let's just go ahead and kill this thing. Trade. She keeps saying stuff. I'm gonna have to start bad-mannering her in a moment. Problem is, most of her bad-mannerings didn't even make any sense. She never did anything that exciting. Alright, so Spectral Knight, sadly, can't really do anything about that. We'll play Nightblade.
They'll never know.
And I will actually ping the Crusader and kill it with the Undertaker. So now, after the Nightblade dies, I'm going to get 2 of them. So it's going to be 6 more damage to her, so she's down to 12. She'll be dead in a couple of turns after I ping her down a bit. She checks for Ice Armor, sees it's not Ice Armor. She checks for Mirror Entity, sees it's not that. And she's actually going to ignore my Nightblade. An interesting choice. Well, I can't blame her too much, because this way she's stopping Duplicate from working. But what I will do is just drop Mr. Sludge Belcher and think. Hit her in the face? I'm going to hit her in the face. Now if she doesn't kill me again, the Nightblade will attack her, and I will be able to Pyroblast. So either she kills stuff, and then I get the Duplicate back and can replay 2 Sludge Belchers, or she kills this, and I can replay 2 of them and be ready for Pyroblast. Her only real way of winning is to just burn me out, which is now actually looking possible. She's got 9 damage here. I'm down to 9 health, down to 8 health. I could die. She's got a pretty big guy. And she steadfastly avoided using Duplicate. The good news is that she doesn't have any cards, so she has to top deck and answer to Sludge Belcher next turn. Wait, what am I talking about? Because she didn't kill the Nightblade, I just win. Okay, do not play Sludge Belcher here. You just attack with MVP Nightblade and then Pyroblast. Sorry about that. Hat Junior. And okay, we've got some redemption against a bad-mannered asshole in our last game, and we're up to 3-1 with what I think is still a pretty good deck with a nice mixture of general equality and burn. We'll be back soon with the rest of this run. Take care, folks. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you soon.